How y'all doing, baby? It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, baby. I'm glad y'all are here. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting, baby. And let's see if I can do this right. Get all the buttons pushed and all that stuff. It is Tuesday, baby. Oh, wait a minute. I got to do this. I got it in. Thank you to my tech guy, Travis, who fixed my scrolling mouse problem that I had. He has fixed that for me. Anyway, Dorothy Tyndall was the first one to jump in. Thank you very much. And Richard Phillips and Dwayne Twizzle was right behind. Nancy Halverson, thank you, baby, for being here. Destiny Phillips. Michael Johnson, howdy, buddy. BW's here. Our poet, Oddly Wired. Thank you for being here, darling. Jay Clayton. Hey, what are you doing, buddy? Where's your better half at there? Yeah, imagine she's hanging around there. Randy Peterson. Woo, pig, wherever you are, buddy. Michael Falbuster, thank you for being here. Indeed, brother, indeed. Adina Michael. Mark Perkins is here. Seraphin Coley, thank you. And yes, Karen Van Wyck, one more time, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it all over again. Tamara Harrington, thank you, baby, for being here. I always keep your sister in my heart, baby. Don't think for a minute I don't. Anyway, Elena Jars is here. Oh, Lord, I just had a thought. Anyway, BW, the Feral Female Society is here. Our own Bernadette Pree, baby. Thank you for being here, darling. Destiny Phyllis, Jane Hanson, and Linda Taylor Gallup is here. Randy Curvin, Randy. Check him out on Facebook and YouTube. Rant and Randy's True Patriots group. Please check him out. He uses his voice all the time. Let me see here. Charles Stokel from Bensalem, Pennsylvania. I'm glad you're here. Let me see. He's in Bakersfield. Randy Peterson is still in Bakersfield. Soaking up the sun, I'm sure, buddy. Let me see here. Doug Schuff is here. Thank you, buddy. Bernadette's reminding us happy winter solstice. Indeed. Days are going to start getting longer again. Tracy Tobias, my next door neighbor, baby. How are you doing? Let me see. It works. I just got to. And Eric Badovsky. I'm sorry if I screwed that up. Badovsky. Badovsky is here. Stephanie Dane, there you are. I knew you weren't too far away. Anyway, let me get on down here where we are. Amanda Elliott, thank you for being here. Anyway, it is Tuesday indeed. Before we get to the breaking news over here that's just so important we can't wait. I got mail, baby. Y'all just gonna have to suffer through me here for a minute because, well, I got a card, and Jenny got a package today. She got a package of peppermint from Cheryl and Dana. Wait a minute. Cheryl and Dana. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I didn't get the place off the package. I'm sorry. Anyway, they sent, well, this is who we're talking about. There they are. Well, nope. If I turn on the right camera, then I'll be able to hold it up. There they are. There is, doggone it. Dana and Cheryl, right there. Hey, Odele, don't do that again. I got your phone number, and yes, I'm going to give you a holler. Thank you for including it in there, and thank you so much for such a nice card. I appreciate it. And Jenny, these didn't even make it past the door before we got those opened up. She was already hee-hawing when I got out of the car. So she's already been delving into that. And then I got a package from Mary and Bobby Packer from Branson, Wisconsin. Now, a selection of meat and cheese. Here's some beef sticks. It was completely full when I got it, and a big block of mild, or no, this is medium cheddar cheese, which is absolutely delicious. It used to be bigger than this, and then a big old hunk of summer sausage that used to be a whole lot bigger than what that is right now, but it is delicious. The family and I are just enjoying it like you wouldn't believe. My kids are just eating up that sausage. and that is from the Brandon Meat Company up there in Brandon, Wisconsin, where Mary and Bobby are from. And Mary and Bobby, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it tremendously. And then I got a card, and I know she's in here because I seen her in the thing in there. Where was she? Oh, she disappeared on me. I got a package from Nana Lovely, Tammy Ames from Elvira, New York, who recently made a trip out to California. She sent a nice little card there with the snowman on it and whatnot, and it's real pretty, and she put some mushy shit in here. It says mushy Happy New Year too. That's what it says. And she also included my own California license plate, so I appreciate it so much that she was thinking of me while she was out in California. Baby, thank you so much. And that's not all. I'm going to put that right over here somewhere. Put that under my tree. She also included a shot glass. And this is really neat because if you look at the top of it, you'd think, well, that's just the top of a bottle. That is a shot glass. It's really rather neat. It has some kind of botanical, I think she's into botanical things, plants and stuff. I don't know what that is. I think that's a rose or something. But it's a shot glass. So when you get a shot glass, you have to kind of, I don't know, break it in a little bit. So this is sipping whiskey, though. I ain't going to be taking shots of this stuff. Woo, because it would definitely sneak up on your ass. From Chris Kloss up in Bedford, Massachusetts, who sent me that. Tammy Ames, to the shot glass, what came in the shot glass, into your love, baby. We'll work on the rest of that if I don't spill it. Anyway, I also got a card from H.R. Matthias, who is also known as that flower girl. That flower girl that shows up in the chat, and that's her name. There's Nana Lovely, beer box ribbon, and woo. Yes, ma'am, it was. Thank you very much. A nice, happy little snowman there, and it had some mushy shit in it, and it does indeed. It does indeed. Peace into all the Blue Dot family. She includes y'all in it too, baby. Anyway, thank you very much. And then the last one is from, Mr. Mark Perkins, who I saw in the chat there just a minute ago. Hey, Mark, thank you very much. Got a beautiful little winter scene there with a house and everything right there. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm having a little trouble with my shoulders. Anyway, Mark, thank you very much. I'll hang these up with my other ones after the show. I put my other ones up the other day. Anyway. Woo. If you took a shot every time I said baby, whoo, baby, would your ass be drunk? Anyway, it's Tuesday. What's going on? Well, one, I saw Joe Biden's, well, I didn't see it. I was listening to it in the car when I was in town, and I got to hear part of his speech. Going to crank out a whole bunch of new tests, 500 million tests, 500 million tests. Going to mail them out to anybody that wants one. Go online now, order your test. And they're trying to get, well, let's just say, even with this, the Omicron virus variant that is evidently, man, it's kicked off like a rocket. It now is over 73% of all cases now are Omicron. So it is spreading and multiplying faster than anybody ever recognized. And we have the first death of Omicron, and it happened here in Texas. An old boy down here in Texas who had not had the shot and then got COVID and then thought, well, I don't need the shot now because I done had COVID and I got some antibodies naturally in me, and he got Omicron and died. He had underlying health conditions, but don't we all? So if you're thinking that this thing is just it is not bad, you don't know, baby. It's how your body is going to react to it. So if you're not boosted, which he was pushing big time, get your ass boosted. You got boosted and all your shots, go out and have a nice Merry Christmas and all that stuff and enjoy your family. But if you're not, well, what did he say? He's very concerned about you. Well, we should all be a little concerned about you because those are the ones that keep this shit going. Anyway, I'm quite proud of the way he's trying to get in front of this thing because it came up big time. Hello, Teresa Rojas, mi amiga up in Chicago. It got burned. And he's trying to push the vaccine, and at the same time, did y'all see, I don't know if this was in Texas, I don't know, I seen the clip though. I don't know where it was, don't really give a shit where he was. It was the Orange Menace, the orange asshole out of Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago, golden sunshine, golden showers, and fine Russian hospitality. Anyway, that guy. And Bill O'Reilly was up there doing their little tour of whatever it is, and Bill O'Reilly said, well, he'd been vaccinated and boosted. He said, yeah, ex-president there had been boosted. Did you get the booster? And Trump said yes, and guess what? Holy shit, they got booed. Really? There's your freaking problem. Even now, their king, their Lord and Master says he got booed. They're going to boo him for it. You can't get, there's only one way to fix stupid, and evidently it's the COVID disease. Anyway, and let me see. Oh, yeah, I wanted to get to this because Joe Manchin's still in the news. Now, Biden did say he's not giving up on this shit. Good for Biden that he wants to keep the fight going. He's not going to just throw up in his hands and say, well, Joe Manchin said no, so I guess we'll just all go home and suck our thumb, kiss off. Joe Biden said he's going to keep fighting for the Build Back Better plan. And Joe Manchin evidently had put a framework out for $1.8 trillion. The thing is, Joe Manchin claims that if he can't explain the bill to the folks back in West Virginia, well, he can't vote for it. I just wonder just how stupid and dumb does he think his constituents are? Because I know people in West Virginia. They're not stupid. They're not dumb, and they're not suckers. So when Joe Manchin comes out and says he cannot explain this bill back home, really? Who are you trying to explain it to? Because the biggest coal mining union for coal miners in West Virginia came out on the side of vote yes on the Build Back Better plan. That's right, buddy. The coal miners, the biggest union of coal miners in West Virginia said you should vote for the bill, and you can't explain it to them because that's not who you're voting for. You're not voting for the coal miners. You're voting for the owners of the coal mine. And that's what you're trying to protect, trying to charade it up and all sorts of crap. But Joe Manchin is a problem, baby. And we need to repair this problem. We need to fix it. And if it takes working with him more, get after it, Joe. I'm all behind you, brother, because we need to pull this out of the ditch that he's driven it into, because this bill is what this country needs. Hell, they've already downgraded the projections for next year in the first quarter and everything because this plan ain't going to be there. We were hoping it was all going to be there and things are going to get better. Inflation's going to come down. Nope, not going to happen because Joe Manchin said no. On Fox News. On Fox News. Really? What is that? Salt in the wound or some shit you like to throw around? Anyway. That's right. David Billings says Manchin is what you get when you boil eggs for 12 hours straight. Yeah, it's kind of all gone. Aussie Dave, how in the hell are you doing?
Oh, fine, thanks, mate. How are you going?
I'm feeling better by the second, actually. I got a little...
I used to show off as well. I got more mail. Because, when I was on the show days ago, I'd mentioned I got a few cards, and they were lovely cards, and there were these people that sent me these cards, but two more arrived. One from Bernadette and Dominic with lovely words, and one from Cheryl W. with lovely words. And these are all from the same company that you guys had made contact with.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, it is a good little deal. Whatever you've done, it is a lot quicker, and the quality of product is pretty good. Cardly, I think is what it is. Bernadette would be able to let us know. Yeah.
Cardly.com, and I think, and it's relative. It's inexpensive as far as going down to the post office and mailing something to Australia. This is pretty reasonable.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But, can I get back on one thing? John, what you were talking about before and what this whole thing started is everything what's happening to America from the coal shit land and the racist stuff and the violence, and it's all based on a lie. Just one
Everything.
thing. It's all based on one big lie. Multitude of lies around that. A lot of lies, but everything that's happening to America, destruction to your country, is based on a lie. Now, I would understand if it was based on fact.
No,
But
it's not.
This is all bullshit. And I can't understand why people... Now, and also saying that as well, Bo, the fifth column, did say when he addressed the generals about, these generals warning about potential civil war. Well, he pointed out very correctly that, there's only 33% of Trump supporters
Yes.
are thinking down those lines. And when you say 33% of Trump supporters, that's only around about 25% of the American public. So you cut that back further, and it's probably only around about, as he says, 5 or 6%.
Thank you.
It's nothing.
It's nothing. It's the squeaky wheel gets the grease thing here.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are screaming and all this, and we do need to take it serious. But on the grand scheme of things, Civil War, I don't think so. I don't freaking think so. You got your little AR-15 meet Apache. He's flying over your head. Take your ass out in a heartbeat. You want to fight this government? No, it's a small percentage of blowhard, fake patriot groups, like Oath Keepers and Proud Boys. They'll make up something else, some liberty or freedom group or some bullshit that sounds real patriotic, and a bunch of idiots that joined him. They might be a little bit of a problem, but like I always say, if they do, it would be treated as any other mass casualty event in this nation. They would be moved in, and it would be neutralized in one form or another.
I will say this one last time again. I said last time, any organisation that celebrates a kid going out and killing fellow Americans and being celebrated, that's not a good organisation. They used to call them terrorist organisations.
Yeah, and that's what they are. That's what they are. I don't miss no bones with that shit. If you belong to a little militia and you go out in the woods and practice with your AR-15 and got all the gear and all that shit, you're practicing to shoot your fellow citizens. So don't sell us this patriotic bullshit. You would be no more than any other common murderer that this society suffers through sometimes.
Correct.
It's things we're going to have to deal with, but we have to take them serious. Because we've seen in the past where sometimes it takes action. What bothers me is the fact that this orangutan offspring, Donnie Boy, is still pushing it. Not only pushing it, he has now put out a statement that on January 6th, he's going to put out a major public statement. Really? What are you going to say, Donnie? Going to try to rile up the troops again on the anniversary of your failed insurrection, just like every other thing you've ever touched has failed?
His numbers have dropped off on his attendances at his rallies, and this rally he done with the Fox clown, that only got a half a room or something, didn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's very low attended.
Real low attended. David, how are you, by the way?
I was going to say, I suspect what Donnie's going to do on the 6th at this will be try to rewrite history. This is going to be a big attempt at defense.
Big. It's going to be huge, bigger than anything in the world. Big.
Huge.
He's got to distract, doesn't he? He has to distract.
He's a carnival barker. It's what he does.
It's like the lawsuit he just filed against the one lady up there in New York that's coming after him. The whole argument is basically, you can't prosecute me because you don't like me.
Yeah.
Since when do prosecutors have to like who they prosecute?
Yeah, they got to like you first. If they don't like you, they're not allowed to. I think look it up in Leviticus in Section 3, Article 15, I think. Right there. If you don't love me, you can't prosecute me. Right there. In their imaginary book, I guess. I don't know.
And John and Dave, I'm fine. I'm boosted.
Are you boosted, David? Outstanding.
One of the proud 30%, I guess.
Me too, brother. Me too. And if they come out with another one, I'm going to get in line for that one too.
P3.
Hello, Sparky.
I've been boosted.
You've been boosted too.
Since October. Since October.
See, I always knew that we were exceptionally smart people in this Blue Dot family.
What's that, David?
I always knew that we in this Blue Dot family were the exceptionally smart people.
Yes, we are. Exceptionally smart people. We never did fall for that bullshit from the get-go. Anyway, I just want to point out how rude all three of you guys are. Bernadette, I'm sorry they were rude and interrupted your entrance into the room. Ladies first, guys. Come on.
You know what?
You didn't interrupt nothing.
I came in last, so the guys are welcome to do what they do. And the name of the card place is cardly.net.
Oh, cardly.net.
Yes,
you.
they are actually a United States company. They're located in Michigan, and they send cards to the UK, throughout the US, and to Australia for less than $5. They use local artists. The cards that you design online are then handwritten by local artists and hand addressed. The envelopes are hand addressed, and they're shipped out. And it's really inexpensive. $5 to send a card to Australia. You can't beat that.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Really, for a card and postage, you can't beat that for mailing it across town or across
the country. It's a good deal.
Bernadette, the handwriting they use or the printing they use on the message side is quite it's like handwriting. It's you can tell it's obviously printed, but it's certainly got more of a personal effect to it than
and that's their claim to fame, is that it's very personalized, like you personally wrote the card, and you get to write it, you get to design it. The cards are, they're images of local artists, drawings for cards, and it's a pretty cool little site, you guys. So, get on the cardly.net and go ahead and send some cards out.
What a smart business idea.
Really cool.
It is, and it supports small business.
Yes.
The local artists that do this.
And local artists, that's
so,
what
they must have connections. They must have connections in Australia because the stamp that's on it is an Australian stamp.
Yes, so, they do. That's exactly what they do. They have connections in Australia, they have connections in the UK, and they have connections here in the United States. So, I sent a card to Australia. It was an Australian artist that did it and shipped it out over there. Yeah. So
it's the only way to get cards to you anymore, since our mail's not guaranteed to reach Australia anymore.
Exactly.
I was about to say that. Until you get rid of the joy there, you go, this is a great service. We've lost people. We've lost Bernadette.
Bernadette? Oh, Lord, we did. We lost Bernadette. She must have got, where's my damn mouse? Oh, I got to click the thing. She got, there she is.
Yeah, I got discorded.
Got discorded.
That was my fault. I hit something on my phone.
Baby, if you need a sip, take a sip, baby. That's two. That's two.
Take a sip.
Take a sip.
Yes. And John?
What?
Were you planning on talking about what Daryl did?
Daryl, we are in the fight. I didn't get that yet, but I'm sure it is. I mean, it's supposed to be here today, but I'm sure it will arrive. Daryl Heisness out of Willett, California, donated what is going to end up being 50 turkeys to give out this Christmas. And Daryl just wouldn't turn this loose. And Bernadette and I tried very much to steer him, but Daryl didn't want to. He hung on to this, and bless his heart for doing it. We are going to take 30 of those turkeys, and we are going to deliver them to the food bank here in Corpus Christi. And the other 20 turkeys, oh, darn it, I forgot the name of the church, is Maestro's Mama's Church, which is in an area that could definitely use the turkeys. We're going to donate 20 of those turkeys to Maestro's Mama's Church. Maestro's church, too. He goes occasionally. He needs to. Anyway, I saw him today. I talked to his Aunt Dot today. They are just tickled to death. And it is all because of generosity of Daryl Heisness. Heimness. It's a hard name to say, like mine.
Heimness.
Heimness.
Yeah, I know that I personally talked to Daryl, and I know that John did too. Both of us were trying to get Daryl to donate locally in his area. He lives here in Northern California, and there's lots of places around here that could use some help like that. Daryl said no. He wanted to go through Beto's campaign and give them out through Beto's campaign, but as a gift from the Blue Dot in Texas, and
Family, the
he
Blue
just
Dot
did
family.
some remarkable things to pull this off, and it is going to happen. And so
Yes.
we're both so very
Yes.
thankful that he didn't give up, and people will get some food for Christmas.
The turkeys are already at the
awesome.
store where I'm going to pick them
Yep.
up. Yeah, let me see. There's 4 turkeys to the box, and there's 50 turkeys. So yeah, that's a lot of boxes of turkeys that we're going to pick up. It's all going to be videotaped. Probably do a little bit of it live. I just can't. I couldn't be more proud of Daryl. He wanted to do this, and
Yes,
he just wouldn't
it
turn
was
it
in his
loose.
heart.
Yes, as a matter of fact, where's my mail? I have all sorts of numbers. The guy from HEB, all sorts of numbers, the food bank, and trying to get all this coordinated up, because you can't just like go to the store and buy, 50 turkeys and then walk out the door. You got to have someplace for them things to go. And so Daryl is going to bring a table, a table of food for the holidays to a lot of people. And,
What a wonderful Blue Dot we got in him.
we do. We have
Mhm.
we have an outstanding Blue Dot family. Just beyond belief. Something. I got. You know what I
It's
got?
further proof.
Further proof.
Further proof that the Blue Dot family is a formidable force.
It is.
We are not powerless.
No.
Don't
No.
let the people sell you on the fact that 2022 is over, 2024 is gone.
Oh, no,
we
no,
are
no.
a force to be reckoned with. We
We
can
are.
All you have to
move.
do is look at your latest subscription numbers, John. They've been climbing the last few weeks
We
quite quickly. I'm assuming that a lot of American people are seeking out other areas of information or sources of places to release their anxiety or feel that where is someone else who feels the same as me? And this is what's happening. People are reaching out, I think.
Yeah.
I think they've had enough.
I have noticed that our numbers are going up. We are getting very close to hitting the 2 million mark on views for our channel, and that's quite an accomplishment. It is. I'm kind of looking forward to hitting that number. Our subscriber number has gone up in both YouTube and on Facebook. The John Bernabeu Speak Blue Dot family page is still increasing over there. Y'all go over there. Candy Guidry and the girls over there just run a fantastic page over there. We this, I keep saying it, baby. This is bullshit. This is all decided by us. By us, the voters out here. If we motivate people to get up and go vote, and we do in numbers, baby, we win. That's it. There's no.
Exactly.
We have the numbers. We cannot let apathy or indifference get in the way. The threat is still there, as we see. As a matter of fact,
Or lying.
yeah, or lied. Yeah. Let me see. Let me catch this because I'm behind. John Diddler came in with a $20 donation and said, "Trump has brown thumbprints." Probably from having his thumb up his ass all the time. It's probably permanent. Hey, that's a nasty thought. Anyway, that's what he does.
Since day one.
It's the power.
Thank you,
the
John.
problem here is the dollar and the power of corruption. I've noticed this Joe Rogan guy. I mean, 2 years ago he was pretty well left, and then he got this contract with a right-wing company and for $1 million a year, and now he's preaching right. I think people on his show have noticed that. He's had a few people in his comment section say, "What have you done?" I mean, asking questions about him. And it's all about, well, I got fucking obviously paid to flip. So take the money out of the politics, guys, and you'll be right. The money's the problem.
I don't think I'm gonna get. I got contacted by somebody a while back ago, a long time ago, about doing product thing, but I think I shot myself in the foot because the guy kept pushing me about, well, what would you do if you don't like it? Well, I try to be kind as I can, but wouldn't push it. Well, what if you just really did? And he kept pushing me. So I said, well, I guess if I didn't like it, I'd just tell him I cut it up in pieces and let the dogs sleep on it. How's that? And click, and That was it. So, hey, you want an answer? If I don't like something and I hate it, you get it to the point where you're telling me I hate the product. What are you going to do? Well, then fuck you. I ain't going to lie. No, I hate it. It's sitting on the floor. My dogs don't sleep on it either. So what do you want to know? Hey, Bernadette.
Yes.
Speaking of that, Mama wants to know, how's that purple doing?
I love it.
Do you?
I absolutely love it.
Damn.
Yes. And I love my son
Purple.
for making that happen. It's my bed.
It's you.
I
We see
got
that commercial all the
purple
time. Mama
mattress.
asked me, didn't Bernadette get one? I said, yes, she did.
Yes, I did. And
Gee, thanks.
yeah,
I'm gonna
it
tell her.
is-
I'm gonna tell her no. She said it's not worth it. Don't get it, and we'll have to
I absolutely
tough out on the
love
one we
it.
got.
But you do have to realize that my last bed was literally a torture rack, and I cried every night when I went to bed, just saying, "Please, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this," and was like the first thing up at the crack of dawn, just to get out of bed. And I sleep in till 7, 8 o'clock. The sun is up when I wake up now. So something has changed in my life. I'm getting a hell of a lot better sleep.
Good.
So yes,
Good. I'm glad.
love
I'll
it.
let Marcia
and
know.
I'm sitting on it right now, and I can feel the waffles.
Mhm.
Feel it.
Do you guys remember when the water beds came out, and that was a big craze back in the 70s? I think it's
Yes.
the water beds. I mean, I wouldn't sleep on one now for diamonds. They're shocking.
No, I got the water bed, and then I got the flu, and yeah, I was over it.
And you had to keep running. You had to keep running a heater all the time, otherwise it
Yes.
was freezing.
I'm trying to
Yes.
remember when I bought that mattress we're sleeping on, and I can't remember. I guess that means it's been too long, right? Anyway.
Is it got big sink marks where you lay?
Yeah, for one, it's not big enough. There's 2 dogs in the bed with us, and for some reason, somebody in the bed keeps losing property. Me!
Ah.
I'm on the edge of the bed, and I'm trying to roll over, and there's dogs there. Anyway, let me thank Mike's Fishing Home. I like that. Who donated $10 through Super Chat and said, continue the great work, John. I'm missing as much as I used to. Well, Mike Surratt, come on back, buddy. We've been sitting here waiting on your ass, as a matter of fact. I was just saying, we've been holding up the show here for a lot of the entertainment we could have had, but we was waiting on you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much, and I like your fishing home, buddy. I got one, too. I just don't get around to the fishing part anymore. But it's in my backyard in case I want to go.
Dude, man, you need to go clear a path so you can get down there with at least a rod.
I know. I need to cut down a tree. I really do. There's a tree that during the last, I wouldn't call it a flood, the river came up quite high and stayed there for a while, and one of them trees' roots got saturated, I guess, and now it's leaned over. So the place I normally go down there to cast, if I went to go cast my rod, I'd be hitting the trunk of a tree. So it's leaned all the way over.
Take the tree out and just think about it like this: you're supplementing your income. Okay.
There you go.
Because if you could go and catch a fish, then that's a fish you don't have to buy.
That's right.
So supplement your income, take the dead tree out, and get to fishing, dude.
Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish, and he'll sit on the bank and drink beer all day. I'm just saying. Just saying. That's in Leviticus. Look it up. Anyway.
Can I touch on Florida for a second? I was reading Ron DeSantis is saying this week that, wow, look at us, we're Florida. We've got this last 7 days, we've had the lowest infection rate in America. But the previous 2 years have had the worst infection rate. But immediately after him putting that statement out, the very next day, the latest figures came out, and they've got the freaking highest infection rate again. But he's still pushing the old news. We've got the lowest infection rate.
You know how they report in Florida, right? They were reporting in 2 weeks in arrears all the time. They're reporting 2 weeks old.
That way.
Yeah.
And you have to understand that DeSantis has a stake in one of these drug companies that's
It's one
selling.
of the myocardial I can't say. Monoclonal antibody.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a
gotta
vested
take on
interest in
that.
one of those companies, so he'd just as soon see you
Most of
get
them have.
sick and then go get that stuff.
So believe what. I wouldn't touch Florida if I had 15,000 gallons of hand sanitizer. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah, I'm
realise
good.
they had $50 million crocodiles over there, alligators, we want to call them.
Yeah, it's not the alligators that we have to worry about. It's Florida man, and we
Snake.
yeah, we all see those stories that
By the
start
way,
out with Florida man.
he's
Does
fuck
some
Trump
dumb
is running
shit.
around saying that he's going to have a press conference on January 6th.
Yeah. Yes, he's going to have a press conference, going to make a major statement on January 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what, pray tell, do you
yeah.
think he's going to come out and say?
I think he's going to say, "I confess."
No, I think he's going to say, this is a witch hunt
That's
again,
pretty good,
another witch hunt.
Bernadette. That's a good joke. Yeah.
But he's going to say it's not a witch hunt, guys. He's going to say this is all a witch hunt. But he knows that Manhattan, DA, is coming for his house because they've got the racketeering evidence on him. It would appear the
For
way
shifting around the numbers on his proproperties up there. On what you
because
value
he's
it
a
for
lying,
loans versus
cheating
what you
thief.
value it for taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to go on the attack. He's going to start discrediting people. He's going to start character assassinations. He's going to do the whole thing and make the big poor me thing. That's all it's going to be. That's all it's ever been. He did nothing else but that.
That's all it has ever been. Anything that he has to, anybody tries to hold him account for, he calls it a witch hunt or a personal attack on him.
Fake news.
Yeah.
Fake news.
He invented that word, remember? That was his statement he reckons he invented. I invented fake news. Of course he fucking did. He invented lies as well. Now, he just mastered lies. He just become the world's best liar. The best seller of lies. That's only he can sell. His dad taught him well.
Yeah.
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 And he's training the next round of minions.
Correct. It's not going to change. But then again, I wonder, is the Trump family sort of saying to themselves, like the Don Juniors and Ivanka's gone quiet, shit, we better distance ourselves from this crap because it's not good.
Are you kidding? They make money off of his. It's their name too. Their name
Well,
too.
they've got to make their own money because apparently the Trump name
Well,
is
let's
just,
not forget that they've all been, held accountable for running a fake charity
yeah.
foundation.
Oh yeah, let's don't forget that. He's not even allowed to operate a charity in the state of New York.
Nope. Or how about that fake university he had?
Yeah, Trump University, Trump Steaks, Trump Wine, Trump Airlines, Trump Water, whatever, because there's always a sucker. There's a sucker born every minute. They say.
I was about to say that. Come on in, sucker. That's
Yes.
what I was saying. Is it?
He's still grifting through there. Every one of the big announcement, I guess, will be he's going to run in 2024, so he can grift for the next 2 years off of that. So he can get start him a super PAC and start collecting money.
Another super PAC, you mean?
Another
One really
super
important thing
PAC.
to remember about the whole right-wing movement right now, it has two categories: grifters and crazies.
Yeah.
And that's really all there are.
That's basically what's left. I saw a story where hardly any of the Republican candidates that are running in 2022, those that are not already in office, and even some of them, will not acknowledge that Biden won the race, won the presidency. Still. So, it's still that taboo thing within the Republican Party is to dare say that Biden won the election. How cowardly is this gene pool left in the Republican Party? I mean, the disgrace is beyond me. How could you stand up in front of people and act like that and talk like that and still think you have any freaking integrity left at all? You're a coward, just like all the other cowards that have shown to be, Rick Perry being the most recent one. Let me
just
catch
nuts.
up. Huh?
They're just nuts. That's all.
They're they're playing a game that they think they can win. But that, just as we discussed a minute ago, if you look at the basic numbers themselves, they don't have the majority of people in the United States, but what they're banking on is two things. Selective placement of those voters, hitting certain areas hard, and the laws that are being passed around the country and states that are going to restrict the vote. They're banking on that shit. And I think, even I saw an article, which one is more important, the Build Back Better plan or the voting rights plan?
By far, voting rights.
By far. By far, if we do not handle this voting rights problem, the rest is all a moot point. You're not going to get a say in it anyway.
And you can survey just about any segment of the U.S. population right now and get that answer.
Yes. So
This cannot be another Mississippi burning.
No, this is, the most pressing thing right now is the voting rights. Election is less than a year away. The laws that they're talking about have already been put on the books in these states. If we don't get at the federal level to wipe some of this shit off the books, that's what the plan is. And the rest of that plan is once they get in, they're not leaving, baby. Hey, there's another one. Let me catch up real quick because I got some donations here. I got Jeremy McDonald, who just came in with a $10 donation. Jeremy, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it. And STEM and Societal Issues, the BPB Mega Prime, donated $5 and said the big corporation party has been dismantling the middle class and the Constitution since Nixon. Viewers of this show, the Young Turks and R&R, Martin, unite against evil. Randy Rainbow. Thank you for putting me in such great company. I appreciate it tremendously. Yeah, we're growing, baby. Maria Betancourt came in with a $5 donation and said DeSantis' wife has breast cancer. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I bet he makes people wear a mask around her. I bet he does. Not that he's worried. It's just for a fashion statement, I'm sure. And Curtis Wood came in with $5 and said, I went to see Joe Manchin's website. Left a nice message. I look forward to a reply. Curtis, I hope you get one. Good deal, brother.
The West Virginians are not happy with him, are they?
No, they're not.
No,
they're not. Because 68% of the West Virginians want Build Back Better.
Yep.
Yes.
What the hell is wrong with him?
They would have directly benefited from
because it's not for the people that he is supporting. He is supporting the owners of the coal company, not the coal miners. That's what Joe Manchin is doing.
When he came out and he said the other day that he wasn't going to support this, and then he turned around and he said that he thinks that the people who receive a child tax credit are just spending their money on drugs. That made me want to get the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah, you see them hanging around down at the corner, shooting their marijuana in their arm, and standing around trying to make
That was just insulting of him.
It was.
It was so condescending.
You can't shoot
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
There are gonna be a whole lot of West Virginians come January that are not gonna get that check they've been getting.
Yep.
And they're going to notice that shit. They're going to notice big time because it was helping. And you just have to wonder where Joe Manchin's brain is, besides up his ass, when he keeps trying to sell this as, he was on Fox News talking about he tried everything humanly possible to get there. Oh, please, kiss my ass. You tried everything humanly possible? I don't think so. As a matter of fact,
that he went on Fox.
Huh? Go ahead.
The very fact they went on Fox News to announce that tells me everything I need to know about him.
Yes.
Says it all.
30 minutes.
And I
gave the White House 30-minute notification.
There was some kickback happening there. I reckon Fox would have said, well, look, you announce it on our show, we'll give you a quick 50. That's all the shit that's going on in the background. We don't hear about. But that's what Manchin's
the mere
about,
fact of that's where he picks, a Democrat. And we're talking about the Build Back Better program, and you decide that the best place to do that would be on Fox Views.
This is a man who is so out of touch with America. And here's what we need to do in order to fix this. It ain't about getting rid of Joe Manchin.
Nope.
It's about getting more Democrats and progressives
Exactly.
in the Senate. And that's what we need to do as lead.
That's right.
You need to mute that, please.
Yes, that's exactly.
We need to put more progressives in the Senate, and we need to hold on to the House. Guys, this 22 election is one of the most important things that's ever going to happen in our lives. We need to get out and vote. It's the only thing that's going to change this place.
You know, what we need to do, get out and vote. We need to take the leadership role in this shit. You know,
Yes.
what's really kind of got me pissed off, because this is such a consequential election. 22 is going to be critical, baby. We thought the last two were, and indeed they were. But now we're looking at a party that is definitely working its way into trying to get into power, and we're looking at a fascist nation, period. That's what it would be. And
If they get in office, we'll never get our country back.
no,
We could kiss it goodbye, you guys. Democracy will fail if the Republicans take control of either the House or the Senate.
and right now, and this is not going to sound good. This is not going to sound good, especially when we're sitting here pumping the pom-poms.
Yep.
We have 23
23
Democratic congressmen
in the House.
that are retiring this year.
Yep.
23 Democrats are going to retire. Now, I
They
have
got
a list of them.
13.
I'm not going to call them. It just kind of pisses me off, really. Now, when we need your ass more than anything, we need your ass more to fight as hard as you can for the shit that we want. And a lot of them are 23 of them are deciding to retire. And then what pissed me off, I asked Google, because, Google's right there. Hey, how long does it take for a congressman to retire, get benefits? 5 years. 5 freaking years.
Yeah, that's the sad part too, that they can be in power or have a position for 5 years, and
get retirement.
you could be 30 years of age, and at 36 years of age, you can sit in your ass and live off the government.
Well, no,
Don't talk about Social Security
Yeah.
for the fucking poor people.
Yeah, well, they'll
What do you
defer it
fucking
till they're
do?
62 if they're young, because of the taxes thing. But
Right.
again, their salary, that's not where they're making their money. But it
No.
just brought to my mind, the way Congress
Well,
treats
they're insider
itself
trading.
versus how they
But
treat
they-
this country.
They've been exposed this week for insider trading, not just the Republicans, Dems as well.
The Democrats have been swept up in that insider trading too. And that is the corruption that we need to address within our system. And that requires passing laws. Unfortunately, the people that pass those laws, they don't like them laws because they like making money the way they do.
Yeah.
Well, your last president changed the laws as well to make it easier for those people to do it.
When you get Joe Manchin standing on the back of his big old mega yacht thing, his big yacht there he has in Washington, standing down looking at a bunch of people in kayaks talking about he didn't want an entitlement nation, and then gets in his Maserati and drives to work. Yeah, I think somebody's a little out of touch with who the American people are, because that's who Joe
I'd say
Manchin
that's
is.
a lot out of touch.
Yes.
A lot out of touch.
Yes.
Because somebody who's getting $250 to $300 for a child is going to go run out and spend all of that on some drugs.
Yep.
That's what he thinks.
Well, that shows that Joe Manchin
or
hasn't
there-
bought
there
drugs
should be
recently,
some-
has he?
Yeah, no shit.
Or, oh, Jesus Christ, maybe, John, where is the slapping law?
Where is the slapping law? Because he deserves several, I swear. But, I was, let me catch this, I was. And then I said, Catman56 came in with a $3 donation and said on January 6, 2022, that Trump will introduce the third American political party, the American Taliban. Because that's who they'd be, baby. That's who. Now I tried so hard not to forget what I was going to say. What did I say right before I did that? Keith, thank you very much, brother.
Funny.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Funny.
Son of a gun. Squirrel. And I was trying so hard to not forget before I went to that donation.
Sorry.
It was wise and intelligent and very witty, and it would have just rolled off my tongue.
And squirrels.
Yep, squirrel. That's
See, John,
it.
that's why that's a sipping whiskey.
That is a sipping whiskey. This shit is not. No, That Knob Creek shit, that is definitely sipping whiskey. It tastes great too. It's gone, but I feel that. That's 100 proof, baby. That's yeah. You got to be real careful with that stuff, and I am, because I'm a cautious person. So, what was I saying? Cautious person. Yeah. Hell no, baby.
You were talking about going fishing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do that one of these days. I swear. I'm working on it, really, because I told my buddy Alan, who just had surgery and a bunch of stuff, and had to rehab hospital and all that, and just getting out, and I told him, buddy, you need to come out and go fishing. You ain't been fishing in a while. Because I always remind everybody that I usually don't go fishing out there unless I invite somebody over to go fishing. Then I got to go fishing because I invited somebody over to go fishing. It's a system. It works for me. I got to, honey. Bob's coming over to go fishing. Alan's coming over to fishing. I got to go down there and go fish. And then who cares if that's right, Spot Man. And who cares if it's not catching, it's fishing. If the fish don't bother you, that's fine. I get to watch animals on the other side of the river come and go, cows, deer, hogs.
It is really, really interesting to watch how this country is trying to blame Biden for everything when, the pandemic is strictly on Trump. He fucked that up from day one.
We would not.
Okay.
We would.
Day one. If
this had been handled properly, there may not have even been a Delta. If we could have handled it properly. But right out of the box, he lied through his teeth, downplayed it, and then built this whole group of maggots that refuse to have anything to do. They're going to go take horse pills or some shit first, or put bleach up their ass before they would take the shot. He built all that. He built what we're dealing with now, not only with the COVID, but in our financial institutions, in the basic security of our nation. He fucked all that up. Donnie Boy. By rubbing his pecker all over our flag and then turning to a group of maggots and say, look at there, how great I am. He is.
John, Aussie Dave's trying to get back in, and Jorge and Jeremy too.
Uh-oh. Let me see. I don't know if Travis I don't know. Sometimes
Travis is on it. He's on it.
Okay,
he's on it.
There's Aussie Dave. And there's Jeremy. Jeremy, how are you doing?
Doing great. I was going to say, when you guys were talking about the King of Conman back there, don't forget, he's the guy who in the early 90s and 2000s, whenever he felt his name wasn't quite in the media enough, he'd call up calling himself John Dickerson and brag about Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not him, but you sound just like Donald Trump. Yeah, well, only smart people sound like that. That's what he said.
I seen that on YouTube a few years ago, and I was just had so much a big laugh about it. It was obviously Trump, but he had this fake name, and everyone in the studio knew it was bullshit.
John Barron.
No one pulls him up on it, do they? No one ever pulls him up and say that was you. Don't lie.
Yeah.
No one.
They let him play his game out.
Yeah,
so in his mind, he probably hung up the phone and went, "Got him." No, you freaking idiot!
Fuck, I got him.
It's lost on him whether it works or not. It's just like the truth. That's not about the truth or facts or anything. It's what he says. If he says Canadians are sneaking over the border to put shoes on their feet and sneak them back across, well, of course it happens. It happens all the time. Anybody with common sense knows that. In his head, he's that screwed up.
And don't forget, Joe Manchin was also worried that some of those taxpayers would take some of that free money, get drunk, and then go hunting with their buddies and take vacations. That's what he was really worried about.
Yeah. What is this guy's name? Did I write this guy's name down? I think I did. Yes, I did. Over at Fox News. This guy, Jesse Waters. He's a talking head over there, I guess, on Fox News. the most anti-American bullshit you could put on your TV ever. He said something about Dr. Anthony Fauci, and I think what Fauci said back is exactly what needs to happen, but it ain't gonna. They had Fauci when. Let me get this right now. I don't know exactly where it happened. Okay, it was after the interview with Bill O'Reilly and Donnie the Dick, and Fox News was talking, and they were talking about the COVID, and they were talking about Fauci, I guess, and this guy Jesse Waters told his audience that somebody ought to where the hell is it? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing up here. Ambush him with a kill shot. That's what that Fox Spews reporter said that somebody ought to do to Fauci, is hit him with a kill shot. Meaning, a vaccination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That kind of bullshit talk coming out of, you wonder just how far this is willing to go. Evidently, Fox Spews is all the way up to the hilt, baby. They're willing to incite violence if that's what it takes. We worry about this all the time.
John, that's right out of the Bill O'Reilly playbook. He said Tiller the killer until someone actually fucking killed Dr. Tiller.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, are you shitting me? Let me catch up real quick. Ed Beatty. Ed Beatty, are you in the room? Ed.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Outstanding. How are you doing,
Just
brother?
a little under the weather.
A little under the weather. What's
just
up?
A little under the... Well, I just caught a head cold. I'm praying to God it's not this Omicron virus. It's just I've been sneezing and coughing. I did take some medicines for it.
Yeah.
But I am being precautious. I should have gotten that shot last week.
The which shot?
Booster.
The booster?
Booster. Yeah.
As soon as you're up to the weather, get your ass out there and get that boosted. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing, John, because we went from warm spring-like weather to winter to cold winter, and I think that caused me to get this head cold.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably just a head cold or something like that. But you don't want you don't want to take chances.
God, it's not the Omicron. It's just this is the reason why people are nuts. They don't want to know the signs of war. They're thinking that yes, God is going to heal me, but yes, have a little medicine. And of course, why do you think my hospital is named after the father of Jesus, Saint Joseph?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't hear Saint Trump.
Nope.
Oh God! You would never hear those two words.
Not yet.
Not in the same sentence.
No. I'm sorry. That's bad.
I have my earbuds, and that kind of made my ears burn.
That hurt.
Sorry.
That hurt. You ought to put some priest trees on that, make it better.
Yeah, right.
Sorry,
yeah.
I am very sorry.
Has he announced where his coloring book library will be yet?
What's that?
I said, has Trump announced where his coloring book library is going to be built yet?
Yeah, not yet. I'm waiting on that news. Yeah.
No, but he does have a picture book out.
Does he have a picture book out? Is it in crayon?
Book out. It's in black Sharpie.
Yeah, black. Well, of course it is. Let me get Jorge Tirebiter in this room. Jorge, are you here?
Yes, sir, I am.
How are you doing, Jorge? And
we're doing pretty good.
How's the lovely Nan?
Well, she's doing fine. We're kind of recuperating between doctor visits, and trying to go camping when we can.
Yeah. How's that?
Yeah.
Did you thinking about
gearing up for Christmas?
Huh?
Well, we're headed out on the 17th for a few days.
Oh, well, there you go. On the 17th of January?
Past the holidays.
I would assume, because we're already past that. That's my wife's birthday, and I know I didn't miss it, so I knew it had to be January.
The thing that just keeps baffling me is the fact that the citizens of Texas are just going to build their own goddamn wall, And that's just Greg decided, and there you go.
Where did you get the money?
Well, us.
Well, of course.
Yeah, but not everyone in America. Not everyone in America is from Texas.
It's just laying around.
Yeah, just laying around. We can use it for anything, but we're going to build a wall.
Yeah.
There are six.
I mean, we could put it.
There are six
We could put it
Republicans.
in our schools.
Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. You know,
Or the roads,
use it
but
for
they can't.
educational
They don't want to.
purposes. Come on, man. It's hard to get grift going in there.
Even
You
if
can
they
put
did
it
do
in the
education
schools, but they ain't gonna
purposes,
teach him nothing anyway. So
Uh,
I think
There
Abbott
are-
wants to
there are
roll
six
himself into the
Republicans.
vice president's office.
there are 6 Republicans running against Greg Abbott. 6 Republicans. I don't think Greg's going to survive.
good.
Yeah. Oh, he needs to have
Because
his
he
ass kicked
shouldn't.
out. You know.
He's a horrible governor.
The problem is that 6 Republicans are probably worse than he is.
That's probably true. So elect a Democrat.
Yeah. That's what we have to do. And big time here in Texas.
Beto,
You know, because
Beto.
Texas is dropping off the deep end out here. We came so close to turning blue last time. I think the motivation is here in the state to really push for this because of the embarrassment that is Greg Abbott, that is Dan Patrick. What's the other guy's name?
Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz. People like Louis Gohmert want to become Attorney General of the state. It tells you where the Republican Party's gone, man. It's just a grifting operation that just lies, cheats, and steals and does whatever the hell they have to do to win. And they don't mind tearing Texas up to do it. You know, we really need to. Beto O'Rourke is running a super campaign down here in Texas, and I got high hopes at this time, man. We're going to rise up and come together and turn this thing, blue. Yeah, Timothy Trader Rick Perry, he's in the news
you
too.
would know are the Texan people and the people in your area saying, not necessarily down the road, but people generally saying less about Trump that's good than they used to? You know what I mean?
He doesn't have, there's not as many diehard Trumpers around as there used to be, but they're still here.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't have to look far out my window to see it. You know, some of them just remain because there's some of them you can't do anything with. You can't talk to them.
I think blocking this Build Back Better thing is going to bite them in the ass because I think people do realise that was good for their pockets, their kids' pockets. There was nothing to lose in it. It was all win-win.
No, this is for the American people, the working families of America. That's what this bill. That's who it helps. And Joe Manchin isn't for that side. His son owns a coal company. He's more concerned about the amount of methane gas that he can release up in the atmosphere without getting fined. You know, because that's big fines when you start pushing out too much. And Joe don't like that.
You saw what Forbes reported as soon as Manchin had made his announcement. The hit that the U.S. economy is going to take.
Yes, they lowered the expectations for the
by a third.
Yes. I'm trying to think of the name of that. It's
but Trump would come
the
out
GDP,
and say,
the gross domestic product, GDP.
Yeah, Trump would come out and say, what do they know? You know, like he said, the scientists, what do they know? I don't think the scientists do know. I mean, fucking how dare he? And that's all he has to do. All he has to do is say, a big statement, well, what do they know? And these idiots will believe him. And there's only, as I said, it's not a lot of idiots, but got a loud, squeaky wheel.
You know, I'm glad. I was happy to hear Joe Biden because the press today, who I was really quite pissed off about, because right after his speech, they jumped right on his ass trying to paint him into a corner. Or didn't you screw up? Aren't you behind on this? Why are we doing? I'm just getting really freaking tired of that shit because it's a sport to them nowadays. I loved it when he stood up and talked about the price of drugs in this country. You know, has gone outlandish. You know, this whole bill is. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by something.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Joe Manchin didn't think about is the cost that people have to pay for insulin. Let's just take that one.
That's what he was pointing out, from $10 to $1,000.
No, maybe those are the drugs that they have to pay for, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, everything in this bill.
Jeremy, can you mute your mic, please?
Well,
You got a lot of background noise coming up, babe.
my bad.
you.
Sorry.
That's all right.
See, may I interject, John Burke?
Yes, go ahead.
It's just, you think about all the prescription costs, yet still, West Virginia, where Joe Manchin is originally, the opioid problem is still a problem every day. I'm worried that Joe Manchin will turn into another Jim Justice who jump parties, which can be very disastrous.
I don't think he's jumped parties, mate. I think he was a GOP member.
Joe Manchin. I ain't trying to kick Joe Manchin out the party. We need him more than ever. Okay, we can't afford to lose Joe Manchin right
Joe
now.
Manchin goes over to the dark side, we lose the Senate.
What I'm saying is his statement about the people who get a child tax credit are just wanting the money so that they could go out and buy drugs. Well, maybe those drugs is insulin or an EpiPen.
And who does he think his
idiot.
constituents are? Isn't that
His
such
family.
a statement? That what are you saying about the working people of
68% of the people in West Virginia want Build Back Better.
Yes.
Do you think he's working for his constituents when he says he's not going to vote for it?
No, when you have the biggest coal workers, miners union, come out in favor of the Build Back Better plan, and he's trying to sell it that he's worried about the working family having to pay. Are you shitting me?
He don't know no working people.
No, this bill is for the working people. He's a corporate Democrat is what he is. Joe Manchin is in this for the money. He likes his Maserati. He likes to look down from his yacht onto your pretty little dinghy that you have there. How cute. That's who Joe Manchin is. You know, he's not, he calls himself a moderate Democrat. No, he's a conservative Democrat, very conservative.
No, he's one of the most conservative Democrats out there.
Yes.
He's so conservative, he just might as well be called a Republican.
But the answer to that is exactly what you brought up a little while ago, is to make him irrelevant. We have to take the Senate. And they're to listen to everybody and look at everything, we have a better chance of taking the Senate by more numbers than we do of retaining the House.
Yes.
We have work to do because we need both of them to progress this society through where we want to go. And
Mary Humphreys in the chat, she's from West Virginia. She says people are pissed here.
I bet.
Pissed.
I bet Robin Kincaid. Where's Spark? We lost Spark.
Robin's been off for a few days. Go ahead, Jeremy. You know.
Yeah.
Robin was talking about Joe today. She said, when it comes to Joe, like you said, John, Joe's son owns a coal mine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, back in the after he graduated in college in the 60s, he started a coal brokerage. They buy coal from that mine and they sell it to a landlocked mine in West Virginia.
He's a middleman.
It's the cheapest option. So he controls all of it through coal. Mm-hmm. So when you say you can't let out this much carbon every year, it's going to hurt him. Fuck everybody else. He cares about himself.
That's exactly what's a big key issue in this climate change thing that is part of the Build Back Better is the control on methane gas.
Robin was specifying today, it has nothing to do with any of the things in the bill. It's only the carbon part that bothers him.
Yeah.
It's not the money for families and kids.
No.
It's not the fact that people might go hunting and go on trips. It's all about the money.
How can you sell that to your state? West Virginia is not a wealthy state. These people are not, we're not talking about a median income of over $100,000. No, we ain't there.
Talking about the people of Appalachia.
Yes, these are working people.
Who get mountaintop removal dust
all over their ass every year. Yes, that are trod upon, and it's a hard life anyway. It's a life of steel-toed shoes and sweat, or freezing your ass off. One of the two up there, I guess. That's what life is, and when we have an opportunity, like a Build Back Better plan, this is a major thing. This is not anything like since the New Deal, and it is only when it is really pushed that we make these big jumps, and to have one guy, really, one guy, stand there and say no, and it throws it all in the ditch. I don't know how the man sleeps at night. Evidently, he's got money in his pillow. He's fat, dumb, and happy. He don't give a shit. That's what's wrong. And we have them. We have people in the Senate and the Congress that give a shit. But we need more of them.
Joe didn't want to raise minimum wage.
No.
Joe doesn't want to give a child tax credit. Joe doesn't want people to be able to buy their medicine at a,
Yes, Christian Cinema down in Arizona. That was one of the things. The pharmaceuticals didn't like that idea. Oh, look here, you're going to cost a lot of her donors money. It's who they work for. They work for us, but only And this is my mantra should be: it is only when our voices outnumber their money that things happen. That is the key to this. We know what is going on behind closed doors. We know about stock market tips. We know about payoffs and K Street and luxury vacations. We know about all that shit. It's hard to give that up, baby. When they're giving you so much, you got to work. You got to get out there and sell this with diplomacy, doing and saying the nastiest shit in the nicest way. That's what they do. And it is only until our voices, our outrage, gets to the point to where if they don't do what we want, they won't be in that cushy freaking office getting all the bribes. That's the key to this shit. So yes, Bernadette's right. We come out with the pom-poms, baby. We got to push this. We do.
Yeah.
Because that's when it happens. That's when shit happens, and I want to see shit happen. I want to see shit that lifts all boats like they always preach. Like every politician on both sides will talk about patriotic-sounding shit to lift all boats, and I'm concerned about the American people for this reason and that reason, and they can sell bullshit by the ton. I don't want somebody selling bullshit. I want somebody that does something for the American people. That's what I want. And that's what I think everybody wants. We want those people to go to that house and improve the lives of Americans, not improve their portfolio. And we've seen it too much. That's just my opinion.
And please, let me remind everybody in California that come January, our legislature, our assembly, will be voting on AB 1400. If you don't know what that is, it's health care for all Californians. Please write your assembly person and tell them to vote for this bill. We need to do this for America, because if we could pass health care for every California here in California, America's going to see that. It can work. It can work.
It can be a guiding light, man.
Yes.
And like so many things, California's led the way on that eventually the rest of us went around going, hey, maybe that's not too bad idea. Maybe we can do that. A lot of things have started in California. And what a message to send, too. What's that?
I was just going to say, has anyone in the last 5 years, besides the 2-week health policy that Trump used to brag about, that was always coming, has anyone... And can anyone tell me, has there ever been a policy raised by this GOP party that is a policy for the people?
The GOP doesn't have a policy.
No.
Period. What they have are tax cuts and deregulation.
The people, they've never had a plan to say, they've never come out and said, we want, like Biden's Build Back Better. They've never had anything.
No. They believe in the bullshit. They believe in the bullshit that if they cut taxes, it's trickle-down economics is what they believe. And they really don't believe it. It's just what they'll throw out there, claiming this is why we're doing this. There's no belief.
No, it's a bullshit story about the backbone of America being the rich people who have the money that build the businesses that employ your poor, pitiful ass. Now shut up and get back to work. That's what they are. They when I say they want to take us into a fascist nation, you bet your ass they do. That's when money controls everything, baby. corporations, big business. That's what runs the government. That's who makes the decisions, not your piddly ass. And we don't give a shit about your environmental crap either. That's what they are. They're the burn it up and use it up and get mine society over there.
Yeah, one thing I think that everybody should do over this Christmas holiday, since our government is not in session and you can call and leave a message, but they won't get it. Sit down, write yourself a note that come the new year, you're going to contact your Congress people, whether they're in the House,
make it a New Year's resolution,
the Senate, and you contact both your representative and your 2 state senators, and you tell them pass voting rights. Period.
That's the most important thing. Because everything else we've talked about relies so heavily on us having the ability to vote. And that is one of the biggest things. As a matter of fact, this right here, in this one headline, tells me a lot. I don't have to read the story. I see that. GOP proposals at the state level would nix ballot boxes and create new voting ID requirements. Everywhere, baby.
And they've already passed these laws throughout
Texas.
27 states in this union. If that continues and come November, and we have not codified voting rights.
Killing me. Yes.
We won't have to worry about going to the polls because they ain't gonna let you.
Yeah. What difference does your vote make? None, baby, at that point. As a matter of fact, some of these laws, as in Texas, they're trying to pass, where if the legislation feels, not any proof, mind you, suspects that any fishy business was going on, well, they could just throw out the people's vote and select their own state of legislators. That's the rub in this. They are really trying hard to negate your vote. Your vote, sure. Go ahead. Go on in there and vote. That's good. Yeah, thank you. Good citizen there. Get on your way now. And then toss your vote out the window.
Once we have voting rights codified, then we can take care of everything else.
Yes.
We can take it because your vote will count at that point.
We can't fight for Build Back Better or anything else unless we control the, or ensure the integrity of the vote in this country. And that sounds like something a Republican say, to ensure the integrity of the vote. But we have to ensure the integrity. My meaning is that if we're guaranteed by the Constitution, one man, one vote, everybody gets to vote. And you cannot put barriers in the way.
They're gonna make it difficult. They're gonna make it difficult. Make sure your driver's license is in order.
Yes.
Make sure your voter registration is up to date.
Whatever
it takes.
Yes, whatever barrier they put up, you have to make sure that you're ready to get over that. While we fight for
papers, please.
Yes. Yes.
We got a lot of work to do, but we knew that going into this year. We knew we had a lot of work to do. Biden has only been in office for 1 year.
1 year.
He's got one more year. He's got 11 months.
And you have to remember what we've done in that 1 year. He started off with the American Rescue Plan.
He's done an enormous amount. Biden has passed more legislation than Trump even fucking thought about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And as far as somebody asking what the Republicans, they don't have a plan for anything.
None.
All you have to do is look back at the biggest thing that they did under Trump, which was the tax cut for the wealthy.
For the wealthy.
That's it. It affected mostly the 1%, and they get to keep that tax cut forever. And your biddly little shit ass tax cut you got in that as a working man already expired, baby.
Yep.
It's it's just a little bait and switch here. You were going to give you a little bit, and then all of a sudden it's gone. That was their signature shit.
Let me put a sort of sideline here. You watch how quickly all Republicans are listening, and I assume there might be 3 or 4. As soon as they get their kingdom, you watch how quickly they come for your fucking guns, because they will not want you to rebel against what you realise, what you've done to yourself, and you try and fight back against them. They will take your guns away, fucking. You will be unarmed, because Hitler disarmed the public, because That was the first thing.
And he used patriotism to do it. It was to protect the motherland. And that's what they'll use. They'll sell some patriotic idea that we got to turn over these guns, now, because, them libtards, they screwed it all up. Now all the libtards got, they'll sell some shit to make Bubba all, upset. I'm sorry, talking about Bubba's.
I'm pretty libtard.
I have one comment for that. How do you propose they're going to do that? Well, there's 600 million Americans, something like that, or whatever it is, 400 million Americans, and there's roughly 2.5 guns for every one American.
Oh, we got more guns in this country than we got people.
They're never going to take our guns. It's a nice thought, but it's not going to happen. It's not physically possible.
No, but we can limit what kind of gun you have. There's a lot of legislation that we could pass.
If they could, they would definitely try. I'll give you, but they're not going to take your guns. You know what's going to happen.
No, because they get too much money from the gun lobbyists. That's solid as a rock. It's born in the Constitution.
Johnny Isaacson was a gun lobbyist.
Huh?
Johnny Isaacson was a gun lobbyist, and look what happened to him.
Yeah.
He's dead now.
Yeah, he's
when
dead.
they take power, it's going to be simpler for them to redirect where those barrels of those guns are pointed, not take them away from them.
That's true. That would be the more obvious thing that would be happening. It would be for them to turn citizen against citizen, and isn't that what they're doing now?
They've already laid the groundwork for it. You should have seen Kyle Rittenhouse's welcome to this Charlie Kirk event.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yes.
It was like a WWE.
Are you shitting me, man? They are just lionizing the shit out of him. He is a hero to the right. Oh man, I got to push the button.
Let's listen to the wisdom of an 18-year-old kid who's killed two people and shot another person.
Yeah, there's a patriot right there. Let's watch this guy that's proud of this shit.
Here's the wisdom. Let's listen to this kid. Yeah.
I want him as my intern here in the Congress. Yeah. Are you shitting me?
George Zimmerman is jealous at him. George Zimmerman is jealous at Rittenhouse because he should.
Because Zimmerman used to be the hero of the right, the imagined bad guy with that. Keith, are you in here, buddy? Keith Beal.
Hello, Keith.
Hey, Keith, are you in here? I know you're in here, buddy.
Something wrong with the microphone. Could be the microphone.
You know, he looks like you, John.
He does. He does. Yep. They're a wonderful couple.
He's got that sad beard.
Yeah. He's ahead of me now, though. I done lost out. I done lost a lot of ground here. I mean, I'm every night I go in there and start pulling it, trying to, let's go, baby. Come on, let's get back where we were.
Excuse me?
Hey, John, you gave up your beard for a good reason.
I did indeed.
Yes.
I did indeed.
And that fucker is not in office anymore. Bravo.
Yeah, because I cut my beard off. That's why he's not there anymore. So.
Yep, it's all because of you.
And I have a photo of me and John when John was clean shaven.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I look pitiful.
That's pretty rare.
I know it. I don't like it. I don't like it. When I seen that picture, I thought, shit, no, I'm growing that shit back. There's too much of my face you can see. Besides that, I miss little old ladies holding the door for me. Anyway, Lord have mercy.
Well, that was your was your signature, John.
I remember the first day when I first saw your long beard, John, when you were first doing a broadcast, and when you were talking about Trump, you were against Trump and everything, and saying, "This is my kind of guy. I should follow him." So I did to this very day, and I always will.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And I wish you all a Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh, back at you. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. That's the most common thing I've heard ever since I started this was, well, you don't look like a Democrat, and I really was surprised at what came out of your mouth. And that sometimes is the point. That's why I highly recommend Robin Kincaid's voice, Andy Paguda, Randy Kervin, Leo Sahaki. All these people are in the country. They're blue dots in red states, in red areas. There are more of us out there than you think.
Beau of the fifth column.
Beau of the fifth column. Oh yeah. Ojeda.
Then you got your David Packmans and
David, yes. Malloy over there.
People are looking to these people now for
Yes.
for more honest, more direct news rather than knowing. People must realise that corporate TV is only as democratic as their shareholders allow them to be. But shows like yours and the Pac-Man shows and all those shows, people are looking towards that for solace.
And the Godfather doesn't need my help, but the man who helped started this movement in progressive radio years and years ago, Mike Malloy. He's always someone we're listening to.
Mike Malloy is a big leader in this shit. It goes. These voices, they all started. Some of them are quite big now, but they all started as a very small voice, and it is the power of that voice. It is sold all over this country. Well, you got the East Coast and the West Coast. That's the Democrats, and then you got the center, which is all Republican. No, baby. A lot of times, like Texas is, it's gerrymandered to shit. We're trying like hell to get rid of their assholes, but it takes time. It takes decades, evidently. But we're gonna fight because either we pass legislation that lifts all boats for the working people, or we're going to watch. Somebody made a comment a little while ago, or the glaciers are going to melt and it's going to lift all fucking boats, all right, but it ain't going to be pretty. There are so many important issues that we have to face to get to where we need to be, not where we just want to be, but where we need to be. And it all starts, as Bernadette was reminding us, with the For the People Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. If we do not get those through, it is more important than the Build Back Better. In the Build Back Better plan, I was proud to see that Joe Biden has not given up on that. When everybody's going, oh, the sky is falling and it's all dead, Joe Biden is saying, no, I'm going to keep working. And that's who Biden is. That's who he's always been. He's going to try to find some kind of compromise deal, I guess, or something to get Manchin on it. But bless his heart for doing it, baby. I'm proud of him because he has, he's got a lot of promises to work on, Media Mean 6, but he's working on them. So I'm proud of him. Anyway, I guess that's all we're going to have for this evening. I appreciate everybody coming by and visiting this evening. Ed, thank you very much for coming in, brother. We always appreciate it.
Thank you.
And Jeremy. Wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'm trying to get to my thing here. I can't do that. Distracted by a mouse, I swear. Anyway.
I thought it was squirrels.
It was a mouse this time. This mouse. Because here's the thing. Travis, I told you at the beginning of the show, Travis fixed my mouse problem when I scrolled through the chat. And I couldn't see names all the time. Travis, because my brilliant son is much smarter than me. Dad?
He's a techno weenie.
Yeah. He said, why don't you swap mouses? Because you don't use the scroll feature on this other side over here hardly ever. So switch mouses. That was his fix for this. And I thought, well, that's a good idea. So we just pulled out the little remote switches and swapped them over to the computers, and lo and behold, he fixed it. See?
Yeah.
So, it's the thinking outside of the box. I was just ready to take a hammer to it. Now it's found a new life over here because I don't have to scroll with this one.
Right on.
Anyway.
Actually, Travis has come a long way with his technical abilities from 4 or 5 years ago when,
Lord.
It's now to being something fresh knowledge to him, and,
I'm really looking forward to next month because of the graciousness of this family. The last meeting, y'all knocked it out of the park for donations. And, when you send those donations, we don't get them this month. We'll get them next month. They save it up for a month, and then they say, okay, here you go. And here's the money. And when we get that, Travis is going to be able to get his computer. I want him to fix that thing all the way up, get it running hyper speed, whatever it is, kick it, warp speed or whatever it does. Because that's his business, that's his craft. And I really need to get him.
John, I have an honest question for you. Have you and Travis ever thought of going exclusively with PayPal? I know people don't like PayPal, but fuck all. Because PayPal you would get all your money. There would be no surcharges. They would not
Yes.
take anything. They chose friends and family. No one would take a cut from you.
You do know PayPal's a conservative company that donates to conservative causes, right?
But the point is, John would get all his money. They wouldn't get a dime
Yeah,
if
they
you
don't.
said friends and
PayPal
family.
doesn't take anything from you, whereas the super chat they take a little percentage out for
But
handling
this
your,
is
your funds.
YouTube.
Yeah, this is YouTube.
And unlike Robin's show, she has a PayPal, and this is YouTube, and this belongs to Google, so they're going to get their cut.
Yeah, and
That's how it works.
it hurts a little bit, but it is. If you do, I think there's a PayPal button underneath there too. If you donate by PayPal, then yes, it goes directly into our account. If you do the super
As long
chat
as you
through-
choose friends and family under PayPal, they do not take a dime from you, and John will get all the money. So if you send him $5, he gets $5, not $3.50 of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's what Google does. But they save it up for a month, and it comes in one lump sum, and that's enough to do things with. And in next month, I'm going to really want him to get that computer up to speed, or just build a whole. He'd rather build a whole new computer. Is what he'd rather do, because Travis likes building computers anyway. But
Yes.
anyway. He hates every time I say, well, we just need to buy a new tower. He just moans and groans. Oh, no. We can build one better than they can sell you one. And he's right. You know,
That's what
he's
the
built several.
fashion is the kids do today. They build their own computers, and
Oh,
my
yeah.
son built a computer, and it's better than he could buy in a shop. It's
Yeah,
cheaper
no,
to
Travis
buy the
doesn't
parts
like
and
shopping
build
for
your
a
own.
computer. He might like shopping for a new motherboard, or
Yes.
a new drive, or a new power supply, or a video card, or something like that. But no, he ain't.
Geez, listen to you, John. Listen to you. You're talking like a techno.
No, I just parrot what he says. No.
Yeah.
Are you shitting me? I know what it is. Yeah, that's a tower right there. Inside that tower is a motherboard, and it's got some RAM in there. It's got some memory. It's got lots of little. Yeah, I don't
Stuff.
fuck with it. I don't fuck with it. It ain't got wings. I don't work on it. Okay. I'm an aircraft electrician. It's got wings. It's got a motor on there. It flies around. I'll fix that sucker in a heartbeat.
Don't
I
forget
just
the most
can't find
important
the
part,
wings
the
on this one.
GPU.
All right.
So don't forget the most important part, the GPU. That gives you the video.
Yes. Yeah. What you said. This CPU. Yeah, that's the heartbeat
CPU.
of it, ain't it?
It's working.
What did you're giving me a test now? You're really going to make me look bad.
Yes, the CPU is the heart. The GPU is
Yep.
the graphics card. That gives you the video and the processing power.
Yep. That's what he said. Well, that's another story. I fixed the computer one time a long time ago, and it was fixed it when even I asked IT guys how to fix it, and they said, "Well, shit, I don't know what you did. Now you don't know how to fix it." Until I read the book somewhere deep in
Plug
the,
it. Plug it
no.
in.
No, actually, for what I did when I first got a computer years ago, I went into the BIOS. Here's a hint: never go into BIOS. That's your basic input output system. And I was poking around there, didn't know what I was seeing there, and it said send your output to the network. And I thought, network? Well, that's a good place for that. Everybody can see it. Yeah, no. I hit that button and my screen went blank. What I did was tell my computer, don't show me anything on the screen. Send it to the network. And I don't have a network. So what do? It's not like you can type anything or push a button or anything, because the screen is just blank. You don't know what you're doing. Huh? Actually, after
Can't
about a
pull
month,
it back.
I ended up opening the computer up, getting into the motherboard, and moving the battery inside the motherboard. And it's like a watch battery. Waited like a day, because I wanted to make sure, put the battery back in and booted it up, and it was all back to factory settings. Bingo! Don't think I didn't strut my shit around the office. Hey, I fixed that problem. The one I asked you to help me fix and you couldn't do it, well, I fixed it. Anyway, I got lucky. Keep reading books. That's what the moral of that story is. Anyway, again, thank you all for coming in and visiting tonight. Keith, did you ever get in here, buddy?
Hey, John.
Hey,
can you hear me
Keith.
now?
How are you doing?
Hi.
How's everything? Are you back home from your hunting trip?
Oh, yes, I've been back, and I didn't get nothing.
Yeah,
But you
good.
know what? I enjoyed it.
Good.
I enjoyed being there, looking out at the woods. So, hey, Kathy.
Hello?
Hello, Kathy. How are you, darling?
Oh, I'm just fine.
Good,
I'm
good.
buried under all these cookies here.
Cookies? Well, now.
Cookies. I made cookies for 3 days.
Well, now let me tell you, if you're just having overabundance of cookies, I know who eats cookies.
I've been passing them out.
You know, I chuckle over that, but every time I think of cookies, getting cookies in the mail from Blue Dots, I think of Connie Burnett and Tamara Harrington. And we no longer have Connie with us, but that memory stays with me for years now, for years and years. And I'm telling you, that's what this Blue Dot family has done to me. Y'all have worked yourself into my head, to my heart. And I'm so thankful for that. Anyway, Keith, we was just running out the door, buddy. I'm sorry we got you in so late.
Well, it took me a minute to get here. You couldn't hear me.
Yeah, I think you had a
And
problem
to be
with your
honest
mic or
you, Kathy
something.
was helping me, and I don't have any idea what we were doing.
I'll give you a call on the phone. All right?
That would be great.
All right.
And we just wanted to tell everybody
Merry Christmas.
Hey, that's sweet. Y'all are romantic. I'm telling you, y'all are gonna give Jay and Stephanie a run for their money.
Yep.
Keith, I love you, brother. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you for coming in, brother.
Thank you.
All right. And Jorge Tire Biter from the Tire Biter Ranch, 5 miles out of town at the end of the dirt road.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Very happy holidays to you, Marcia, and the boys.
Thank you.
And all our Blue Dot family that we love so much. From everyone here at Scenic Rancho Tire Biter, Texas.
There you go, baby. I love you, brother. Thank you for being here.
We're 5 miles from town at the dead end of a dirt road, right where we belong.
That's right. I relate to that. I'm at the end of the road too, brother. I'm at the end of the road. Except I got asphalt. Anyway, moving on up, you know. Jorge, thank you for being here, brother. Hey, we really enjoyed, by the way, I just want to toss this out, your device that you put on your Facebook page. Whatever that was. Whatever that was.
Lord knows what.
We had a ball with that after the after-hour show, I want you to know. After we got off the air and went over to the Blue Room on Discord, oh, boy, did we have fun with that.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. That was a memorable night of discussions going on.
Sure.
And it started over what that thing was that you posted on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
That's all right. You don't have to explain what you do with that or how it works. You know, I don't know. You know.
Jorge, that thing is a party starter. That's for sure.
You want to start a conversation? Lay that on the table.
Let's explain this. You know.
Lay that on the coffee table. Watch the conversation start. What the hell is that, Bob?
See how quick it goes in the gutter.
Didn't take long. It didn't take.
Okay.
It did not take long at all, my friend. Anyway,
I love you guys.
We love you back.
I love you guys.
And we just had a great time with that little thing. Anyway, Jorge, thank you. Tell Nan I said hello, baby.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Will do.
All right, Jorge. And David.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother, for always coming by. I appreciate your voice. I really do. Thank
Always
you.
appreciated.
Thank you for being
Guys,
here.
like I said, keep me encouraged when I'm at the end of my rope.
Well, just there ain't no knot, buddy. Start climbing the rope. That's what we do. And you're doing a fine job of it too, brother. I want you to know I'm proud of you. I am, David. You should be the one that inspires us. Yeah.
Well,
You're
I'm gonna say
facing
to everyone
more
that
than I
hasn't,
do,
if you
brother.
haven't get your booster, it's not too bad. I had the same reaction as my second
Yeah.
shot.
Get a shot.
Try to bring the number up from 30% as high as we can.
That's
I was
it.
real encouraged to see all the kids that were there getting vaccinated when I was there.
It's the patriotic thing to do. Shared sacrifice is what freedom is born from. Anyway, David, thank you very much for coming in. And Aussie Dave, again, brother, we are so glad to have your voice back in the room. We missed you dearly, and we're just so glad to have you back.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. Hey,
I
Dave.
think he might have took a nap.
Oh, man. he snuck out the room.
Yep.
Oh, well. We think highly of him.
He got knocked off. He has a hand back up.
Uh-oh. Let me see if oh, there's that mouse thing again. Damn it. Let me see if I can. Do I do that?
Travis is not paying attention at this time. There he is. Come on in.
There he is. There he is.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I say it quickly because I know we've tried to say good night.
Hey, shut up. I'm trying to say
Thank you
nice
guys
things
for
about
having me back.
somebody.
Thank you
Anyway.
guys for all your good wishes, and I'll see you in the new year.
Now,
right.
we got a show to, don't we? Before the end. Yes, we got shows to do before the end of the year. Anyway, Aussie, thank you for being here,
John
brother.
got knocked off.
Did he?
Yeah, I don't hear anyone now.
Oh, shit.
No, he's sitting in the audience now. John hit
Damn.
the green button.
His hand up.
I can't.
Right?
I hope
I
you end
don't
the
know.
program before
I'm
you
not
go.
I hit the
back
wrong
in.
damn
Be a
thing a
people
minute
now.
ago.
No, the only problem is we can't end the show. He's got the mouse.
Yeah, he's
Right,
got.
we may be live.
Yeah.
The host has
turn on-
taken off. People.
Turn on.
Ain't
Yeah,
that some
bring your
shit?
dad back in.
Ain't that some shit? Got kicked out
Why
of
is
my
your face up,
own
John?
Discord
You're
group.
him. Why?
Hey,
Well,
Dad,
let
I
me
got a
tell John
message
what
here
we
that says,
really
Dad,
think
you
of
got to
him,
get
but
back
I
in the
don't think
Discord.
He can hear us, and we're
Travis
still
is
live
telling him.
on. Thank you,
I'm right there. I'm right there.
Yeah,
It won't
Travis
let
is saying,
me.
What'd you friggin' do, you idiot?
It won't let me back in the
Now He's
room.
blocked himself out or something.
Let me see.
I don't know. Are we live, guys, still? Can anyone
Yes.
check on YouTube?
Yes, we are still
All right.
live
All right.
on YouTube, on Facebook. John has control, and
Yeah.
he's not in the room. So, Travis,
Yep.
you might have to do what you got to do.
Travis, you got to
I
do
think
what you got to
Travis is
do.
David Billings is saying it's mutiny. It's mutiny.
Am I in?
No.
Oh,
Now
yeah,
you
you're
are.
back.
There you are.
How you like
Welcome
that
back.
shit? Get kicked out of my
Welcome
own
back to your own
Discord.
show.
You're the captain now.
I'm walked the plank, god damn it. Anyway, where was I?
Could you
Oh
say-
yeah, we were saying
Can you
goodnight
say
to everybody.
goodnight quickly.
Anyway, Bernadette,
Good night, everybody.
thank you, baby, for being here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sweetie.
All right. To all
It's
our
been a
Blue Dot
pleasure.
family on YouTube, on Facebook, thank you so much for coming by. We got a bunch of new viewers in, and as we like to say, welcome to the family, baby. Hey, there's another baby. One more sip while you go out the door. Anyway, let me see. Today's Tuesday. We'll be back for a rant tomorrow. We'll have another Blue Dot family meeting on Thursday. So please come by and join us. Jump on Discord if you can, and come join the conversation. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll see y'all later. Take care of yourself and try to put a smile in your heart, baby. It'll make your day go a whole lot better.